Welcome to a journey through the architectural evolution of New York City, a city that has grown from a modest colonial outpost to a towering global metropolis. Each building, street, and skyline tells the story of New York's dynamic interplay between innovation, cultural change, and urban planning. Colonial roots and early planning that we begin in the early 17th century when New York was known as New Amsterdam. The city was a modest trading post, dominated by simple wooden structures that met the pragmatic needs of its Dutch settlers. These early beginnings were a far cry from the monumental structures that would later define the skyline. 19th century expansion, the brownstones and cast iron. In the 19th century, New York expanded rapidly due to industrialization and immigration. The rise of iconic brownstone houses defined residential neighborhoods like Harlem, Brooklyn Heights, and the Upper West Side, reflecting Victorian architectural elegance. Meanwhile, cast iron buildings began to shape districts like Soho, combining industrial materials with artistic by the late 19th century. Technological advancements like the elevator and steel construction allowed New York's skyline to soar. The era of the skyscraper had arrived, marked by landmarks like the Flatiron Building, the Woolworth Building, and the Chrysler Building. These towering structures became symbols of corporate power, civic pride, and New York's growing influence on the global stage. Post-war modernism and urban renewal. The post-World War II period introduced sleek, minimalist designs as architects embraced modernism. Buildings like the Seagram Building, with its glass and steel construction, became the epitome of mid-century architectural trends. At the same time, urban renewal projects led by figures like Robert Moses reshaped entire neighborhoods, often at the expense of historical landmarks, sparking debates about preservation. The contemporary city. Today, New York City is a mosaic of architectural styles where historic brownstones stand beside cutting-edge skyscrapers. Landmarks like Point One World Trade Center embody resilience and renewal, while the High Line, a transformed elevated railway, exemplifies innovative urban design that blends nature, history, and modern architecture. Conclusion: New York's architecture is a living laboratory, constantly shaped by economic forces, cultural shifts, and bold visions. Whether you're walking along tree-lined brownstone streets or gazing up at the towering heights of Midtown, the city's structures reveal the stories of the people and ideas that have built this vibrant metropolis. Every building is a piece of history, waiting to be explored.